So in this session, I'll be recording, uh, very important aspects of the Trump versus Elon Musk, fight as well. And I will also be talking about very important, uh, this is a very important video. This is a very important go live session. I don't know how many people will join, but this is very important for people to stay on. So if you have joined, uh, just message that you are able to hear me properly so that I can get started. Yeah, it doesn't matter if we are three people or 300 people. Uh, we will definitely go ahead because this is a slow starter. When we started our time machine, we started slowly, but then today we have 3,000 people. So we will definitely go ahead and keep on recommending people to become wealthy because there are hardly any time machine kind of channels which are free, which will not sell you anything, no marketing. Everything we do is for the benefit of the people because I anyway spend a lot of time researching a lot of things out of passion, and I feel that if 3,000 families benefit out of that, then it is much more useful, my research and the amount of effort that we put in. So if you see all the other channels they are putting, so we will, if I am just seeing that people are as they are joining in, there are three big announcements and recommendations, financial recommendations that I am going to make today, which will be definitely helpful to you if you act on. Anyone who has acted on our uh, recommendations, they have definitely benefited. Nobody has been in loss. Uh, okay, is it better now? Is the voice better? Is the voice better? Yeah. Yes, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for putting in that effort. This will be in English. If you want in Hindi, I will make another session, but I will continue this in Hindi, English, because many of the people are there. Obviously, after few videos, we will have different separate sessions for Hindi and as well as for English. But I wanted to have a good start, give you all a good opportunity to talk live and also discuss live, and that is why I have put this session. It will be crazy, it will be, because we have to prepare for emergencies. Every country is preparing, every PM is preparing, we also have to prepare because emergency, anything can happen. And I wanted to give immediate guidance where you can lock in your wealth, you can make money, those kind of things. So definitely we will get started on this. So it will be three important announcement, and I'm asking each one of you to go ahead and actually use this because these are the kind of recommendations is back with data. You also look at the data which we are giving, the reasons I am. Many people ask, Ram, you have already told us to buy the gold. Why you are again sending so many messages every day? Because I am trying to help you gain that knowledge so that you yourself make a judgment. Because I don't want people. Because when I said in COVID, lot of people just made 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs investment, and now they have lost a fortune because the profit you make there and then the inflation that has got in, it has covered it. You might think that you made profit, but the inflation has covered your thing. So that's why I want people to bet big based on the data. So that's why I have detailing all the things in this thing. So so let's take it the three important announcements that I am going to make, recommendations that I am going to make here. So first thing is that you have seen how the Trump and Elon Musk fight rivalry has happened. Now, in this case, they are. There is one thing is very known that they both are very aggressive and they will open up a lot of can of worms definitely, and there will be reciprocal impact on this, and everyone will be impacted because this will be impacting U.S. as a country and as a governance of that, and also the monetary policies around that. So it will be havoc. So we have seen this yesterday, and now what can happen is there are two things that can happen now. One is the Elon side of it who makes certain decisions, and there is a Trump side of it which will make. So let's discuss what Elon Musk can do. Now you have seen Elon Musk has said yesterday that he can also start a new party, things like that. Now will he start or not? That is the second thing. But what he can also do, which people have recommended, is that um, he can also comment on certain comments which are there in Twitter and say yes or no, or yes I agree to this, or yes go ahead. Even those comments can take your gold and silver to anything. So one of the things which people are speculating, and even I am speculating here, is that what if Elon Musk says today that because he wants to enforce that the spending bill that is going to come, the big beautiful bill, it's creating a $4 trillion of debt to the US, and this is not going well with Elon because he has been working throughout to save the cost through dodgy, and the dodgy savings that he's doing has completely been overruled by this big beautiful bill. And Trump on the other side is telling that if we don't do that, then there will be 67% more taxes, and that would create an havoc. So but Elon on the other side is telling that this will create a recession in the second half, which is already, we are in the second half in a month. Yeah, so that is what is the claim. Now what can happen is, if anyone in Trump, anyone in the Twitter post that, Elon Musk, why don't you just declare that everyone should dump dollar and buy gold or silver, or any of them, just buy silver or just buy gold. Now, what will happen is this will create what the government couldn't do. So Elon Musk can do that. He has that power. The other parties are behind him, so they can do anything to create this havoc in the market, and there could be a huge rise in silver, in gold. And you can see in silver, the reason why I'm telling more silver these days is that because silver has been in resistance for long, and that is why, since I said 2 3 months 2 3 weeks ago, silver is already up what 10% now. It has been up in Indian currency. It is like already it was 1 lakh, and it rose by 1 lakh, 1 lakh 3,000, it became 7,000. So 3,000 rise just yesterday, and it could go very crazily because silver has a resistance, speculation will be there. And Elon Musk is known for things like Dogecoin. Like, he never gone to bitcoins. He went with the smaller players and then speculated a lot around it. So gold is the bigger one, and silver is the next to that. So because in a monetary policy you require both gold and silver as such. Yeah, throughout the 6,000 years, that has all has happened in the coined currencies market. So that is why silver can become a big boost, and it can anytime happen. So that is why, guys, silver is something that you need to hold, you need to buy now, because and you can buy it in small quantity. Everyone can buy. I would say that gold means, yeah, you go to the gold market, there is a 6% charge, and then these all things. But silver is, the making charges and all is very less, and silver you can buy with lesser quantity also. You can buy a kg silver with just 1 lakh. So you can buy that. No one can say that I can't buy silver. So silver is something which you have to buy. Now I have been telling since 2 years not to buy silver because it's highly speculative, but I am telling you now that it is the speculation will be a good factor here. It will come in a good terms to you. So buy silver, and I have been telling that since 3 weeks now. It is so Elon Musk can create a havoc in the gold and silver market and can make dollar down. Now other way is that he can also do something which push the US dollar down, like the treasury bond. So these are the things. Either he puts on the commodity side, or he can also put the pressure on the US side, the government side, and create a stalling or create a new party. All these things will create a lot of instability, and gold and silver always like instability. So whenever there is instability, gold and silver prices always go high, because that's the neat thing. One thing is sure, guys, that the next reset that is going to happen, the monetary reset that is going to happen, it will be backed by silver and gold. And one thing which I have not covered, it is not part of the agenda, but I just thought I will tell you that in this BRICS summit, what is going to happen is that they have come with a blade and razor concept, which means the razor is the gold, the blade that you have, sorry, the stick that you have, the razor. This one, the stick is actually yuan, and then the inside, the razor, the blade that you have, that is a gold. That is a concept they are getting. I'll explain in detail in the next video, but that is the concept. So from the China side, from the big side, there is already a plan to make gold as a currency, as a blade, as a replaceable one with a cover up, with a top up on the that razor, which is yuan. So that is there. And also because the wars are happening at the Russian side, Russia is also been battered by the US. All this while it has been having patience. And if you should look at the Russia and Ukraine war, it has been happening since 2022. But a lot of events are happening in the last 3 4 days. Even today, Russia actually made a strike on Ukraine with almost 40 missiles and so many drones and so many places it has stricken just last hours ago. And there will be a retaliation. So Russia has no choice now. Now the thing is that Ukraine will keep on attacking, and Russia has only two choices: either to use big weapons and have less casualty on the other side and keep thing. So it has to go big way, and when it goes big way, UK and US will also join, and it will create a lot of uncertainty in the market that will again have a big impact on gold. So that's why, guys, even on that side, if you look that side of the continent, whether it is Europe, and now the third thing what is happening is on the interest rate side. So every country is on a slowdown. They are not able to, because government spending is reduced because of this, lot of debt taking. That GDP versus debt is rising in every country. It is creating havoc. It's already in the US, it's more than 100% now. And in India also the situation is same. We have seen the interest rates in India also gone down by 50 basis point. European central bank, which is a bank for almost 20 countries, that has announced just 2 days enough 2 days ago, interest rate cuts of 25 basis point. The savings rate have gone down to just 2% there. So you just imagine these negative interest rates, and this is very low interest rates cause a lot of inflation in the economy. And then so those interest rates, the reduction in the interest rates, as I mentioned last time, we mentioned it 1 year ago itself, that it will be checkmate. So you will be trapped into this. Don't fall into this. What you need to do is as that. So my recommendation one is buy gold and silver. That is. Then the second one which I wanted to tell is this: interest rates as it goes down, don't think that it will be longer there. It will not be longer. It will be very short time, because interest rates, as a slowdown happened, maybe in this year it will be there, but after that it will keep rising. It will keep rising, because you see what happens is there is a parity between interest rates, US bond yields, and the interest rate. So what has happened, and that is seen yesterday also. So what happened is, as a European central bank decrease the interest rates, what happens is Japan, Germany, France, and other countries, UK, their bond yields, 10-year bond yields, 20-year bond yields yields have decreased, which means they are trying to pull down the yields, because the cost of borrowing will become high, and that is how the bonds are the ones ways for countries to borrow. And if, because the cost of yields has to be come down, they are getting the interest rates down. Also they know that there is a lot of slowdown in the economy, so they are trying to get the interest rates down. But I'll tell you, this has not happened anytime, but this will break. So what will happen is, and when it breaks, it's a trap. So what will happen is, as the bond yields goes, uh, as the interest rates goes down, this bond yields right now which is coming down, it will actually, the this will broaden. And why it will broaden is because they are, usually it doesn't happen. There is always a parity, because what will have otherwise happen is, people will take loan from the bank and deposit back in the bonds and make the difference, because they are getting it, let's say 4%, and then the bond yields are 8%. They will take from the bank, and then big banks take from the bank, take from other bank, commercial banks, or the central bank, and then deposit back into their bonds and make the difference. So to ensure that this doesn't happen, what they do is there will always be parity. But what will happen now is, as the bond yields go high, because I'll tell you, bond yields are not controlled. There are two things. One is the short end of the curve, one is the long end of the curve. The short end of the curve is the Fed interest rates in the US, let's take as an example, and the long end of the curve is the bond yields. Bond yields are not controlled by the government. The government is only, the Fed only controls the short end of the, which is interest rate. And by reducing this, they think that the even this will come. down. But sometimes it doesn't, because this is market driven. The trust on the country, the trust on their currency, the trust on their gold reserves will decide what is the level for this bond. And US is unable to control. You can see that now what will happen is US will also reduce, but you will see that in US the bond yields will not come down. It will actually go up after a certain maybe jerk. So that's what the parity will increase, and that means the bonds collapse is certain. It is not going to be holding on that. And when the bond collapse, the ability to take for the country will go down, and that means all these bills that has been promised, they have to be, if they have to be fulfilled, then then there will be a lot of financial repression that is going to happen on the banks, and the banks will start looting you. uh, all the banks, they're going to start looting you. But this is the thing. So what you need to do is on the interest side of it. So let's make the recommendation clear here. So on the interest side of it, what you need to do is not gonna, the reason what I'm saying is the short term bond, the short term interest rates are not gonna be there for long. All you have to do is, when the short term interest rate, go to the your bank, negotiate. Because many banks, what happens, especially HDFC, Axis Bank, they may not reduce interest rate. They might just reset your PIR, just maybe, for me also, it's just yesterday I got the PIR interest rate reset letter. So which means they are trying to reset so that they can escape 3 months of things. Yes, it happens in the cycle, but they can do it anytime. So these are not ethical practices, will not be there in the bank, because that is what the financial repression means, federal controls means. And that means that you have to go to the bank, negotiate them, and tell that, boss, RBI has interest reduced by 50 basis point, you have to reduce this, otherwise I'm going to go to the other bank. So if you negotiate, definitely you can pay like 1,000 in ICICI bank, you can pay 1,000 charge or something, and convert your interest rate, raise a request, you can get. That is one thing which I want to tell you all, that interest rates, negotiate with your bank, they will do something for you. Definitely you will get benefit. Even 0.25 immediate benefit relief you get, it will be a long saving. And after this year, I mean, if after 2-3 decreases, go in and go for fixed term loans, because the fixed term, because you fix your price, you will get 2 years fixed, and rest floating. So that is what you can go with. The other things on the other side which I am telling now, I said Elon Musk is in a plan where he is telling you that what he can do, like he can tweet about silver and gold, and there will be havoc in that market. That is one side of the story. There is a Trump side of the story also. Trump can. So what was our Trump plan? As per what we decoded is that Trump plan is that he wants to, he knows that he can't pay the US debt. He knows he can't clear it. Everybody knows it. But he has come to the terms. But Elon Musk has not yet come to the terms that they can't pay. He's still trying to see that, if reduction of, deficit is going to fix it. There's no way. There's no way $36 trillion of debt can be paid back, guys. So it is very clear. Trump knows this. So what he is doing is, anyways, this debt cannot be paid back. And his only solution is buy gold, buy as much of gold, and then declare gold standard, and tell that I already have this much of gold. Whether he declares it or whether BRICS declares it, once the gold standard comes in, he can say that I am king, because I have so much of gold. I already have 8,000 tons of gold. I bought so many secretly. China, for example, 2,500 tons is what, 3,000 tons is what is reporting. But unofficially, it seems that China actually has 35,000 tons of gold. That's what many people are telling in the market, that China has a lot of gold, and that is why, and that is the reason why in this BRICS summit they are trying to bind it to China, so yuan. So because China has a lot of gold, and that is the backing. He's going to display. He's going to tell. He's going to go for an open audit and say that, yeah, come guys, you can come and audit our gold. We have a lot of gold. So that will come any day as a surprise. It can come during the BRICS summit also. So that means the gold will go crazily, guys. And that is one option where the gold can go crazy because of the China's announcement in the BRICS summit, or offline as well. And now Russia and China is definitely going to partner strong. Now, as I said, there will be this time, because last time also they tried to do it, but China has a very slow down impact. So it had to print a lot of money. So it said, okay, I can't do the gold standard now. But now China is ready, because it has bought a lot of gold. The market is stable now. They have pumped in a lot by doing monetary easing now. So he doesn't need immediate monetary easing. So China will now ready for the gold standard. India may not be, but Russia is also ready because Russia doesn't have any export deficits. So so it has a trade surplus. So trade surplus nations will always be ready for a gold standard. So China is ready, Russia is ready, and Europe is also wanted. They can come to the gold standard if they say that that percentage of whatever the gold, the packing will be there. If it is back with euro, then they will definitely, because they know that Europe also knows that US can any day ditch them, because they have already seen that in NATO, China is US is actually defending that defending a lot of things on the NATO, and which is against the Europe. So their clash can also happen, and that means Euro can also go on the BRICS side, and that can create an havoc. And one other thing, as you said, is that Trump knowing that this plan is there, Trump is trying to execute a plan where he wants to get in this big beautiful bill, and with this bill he's going to spend more, and when he spends more money will come in to the market, uh, to the banks, and then banks, then he can put a base a rule that I will put in a Basel 3 rule that every bank should hold 10% in gold, 20% in gold, whatever it takes to increase the stability. And then what happens is, suddenly these all banks will be holding a lot of gold, and then one fine day Trump can say, I want to confiscate all gold just by one rule, and the entire gold of banks he can confiscate and become the richest government in the world holding the gold. So these all can happen, and that is why Trump is bullish about this big beautiful bill, because he wants this entire new debt to be taken, because he knows this bill, there is no way this dollar has to be paid back, and he thinks that, yeah, let me spend this money, buy gold secretly like how China did, and I will also then bring in the gold standard. So the plans are both going in a secret mode. Elon Musk is not coming to the terms today, but someone very soon will educate Elon Musk that you force the Trump's plan now itself, so that Trump is checkmated, which is ask people, treat that go for the gold standard now, or ask people to dump the dollar because it's crashed. Please, as a safe haven, also buy gold and silver. If we just treat that line, there will be havoc. There will be a monetary reset. Elon Musk can also enforce by doing these things, and there will be panic across. So that is why, guys, gold and silver is something that you need to hold. You have to go in and buy very, very urgently. In fact, I wanted to go in my today some silver, but I thought I will inform people. But this is very, very urgent. It can happen any day, anytime. There is no time things here. The Ukraine bombs are happening just today. You have seen just 24 hours before. This not even 24 hours, just 18 hours before the Trump and Elon, the feud that has happened. It's going to go crazy, guys. These guys are not going to wait. I mean, Putin, Trump, Elon Musk, these are all fast decision, guys. They take time to get to the peak, but when it gets the time, when the time comes, they are not going to stop. They're going to execute things crazily. Already, so many nations, Trump has given sanctions on coming in, and there will be panic lot, and whatever the panic that is going to happen is actually going to benefit this. And silver, because of the resistance that has been happening since 2 years, I was not telling that silver not to buy, but since I said that already it is 9-10% up, silver is a very good opportunity to make quick money. And as I said, take silver and freeze it, because there will be panic. Don't panic. Don't put your, oh, Ram said that, with silver will go high, so let me buy. I need to spend this money 1 lakh, next month, but maybe this month I can do. No, don't do that, because you should always invest with a long-term plan, because anytime it can go up and down. But the chances, the probability of the silver and gold announcement coming from any quarter, you can see all this quarter. China, I talked about China, I talked about BRICS here, this Russia Ukraine war side, this Elon Musk side, Trump side, and the uncertainty that is going to happen in the bond market, and this big bills. So it is all the corner. It is anytime anything can pop up in this market. This is like emergency kind of situation. That is why I'm going live and telling you guys. So If you have any questions, keep posting on this chat because I'm gonna answer to as I go through. But these are the big things: buying gold and silver, urgently, as urgently, buy today, because even 2-3% you will not be able to bear it. This cost, these are very high cost. 3%, 3,000. I mean, it's big money. If you are buying 2 lakhs, also 6,000. I mean, it's something. And then on top of that, and again the purity will go. Again, when you try to buy, they will say big coins are not available, only small. So right now there is no rush. And also, guys, I want to tell you one very important thing, that always when you are investing, when invest when the curve starts. The curve, I told it 2-3 weeks back ago also, there was a break even that had happened. $34 was the break even for the silver. When it broke that 34, 35, then it's gonna go crazy. It can stop at 50, I don't know. So 50% appreciation in silver anytime is possible. And I'm telling you, when any of these events which I told happens, just small tweets that happen, it can break multiple days. The ceiling can be hit. And if you are aware or not, but China's in Shanghai market, already the ceiling has been put on the gold. There was never a ceiling on the gold. Now there is a ceiling put on the gold, which means after 10% or something, the trading halts on that. So guys, this is things that are going to happen now, is something you have not seen before, you have not heard before, but it's going to happen. And it's going to happen in a very, very big way, because everyone wants to save their own countries at the cost of others, at the cost of other nations. And this is, and even a slowdown will bankrupt a lot of nations, because this is a leverage game. This is a leverage game. Even if nothing happens, just say, just the spending gets reduced, is going to create a havoc. Because all the speculative investments which have been done with lot of interest rate. For example, I have taken a 2 crore flats of 3 BHK, thinking that I can sell it in 2.5 crores. But if it is not happening, let's say, and due to slowdown, even the markets remain same, what happens is that my 2 crores I'll be paying. At the construction paying is fine, but as it's a 1 year delay, I'll start paying. Let's say interest rate goes 10, and then 10%, and my 2 crores, I'll be leaking 2 lakhs per month as an interest. And then the appreciation is not happening. So within any year, 25 lakhs I'm leaving. That is what, 10-12% easily. So that's it, guys. When even if a slowdown in a leverage game, it can create havoc within 6 months to 8 months. So that's why holding your gold, you have seen things have not inflated any time since. We also said that the game of real estate, pre-booking, pre-launch properties making huge money is over. We told you, there is a video on that, this pitch, about the pitch. And that is happening. Exactly after that, there was no major profits people have made in pre-launches. And that means that is going to, you see, people have a resistance level till 6 months, 8 months, 1 year. After that, people will go in a panic, because they will see that, hey, everyone, I'm leaking this, I'm paying 2 lakhs interest, and then the hike, everyone is leaking 2 lakhs, and I'm getting foolish here, because I could rather sell this and buy gold. So guys, there is a panic all over. And slowdown can also create a lot of panic all over this. Gold and silver is going to be crazy. And if you have any questions, please post it. Otherwise, I can go on. But yeah, but it's already half an hour. If you have questions, you can post. Otherwise, yeah, gold and silver urgently you need to buy. This is an urgent and emergency. Don't take it lightly. And anything happens, I've been telling, 10% in just 10-15 days. And what, the dollar is collapsing. It's already 9-10% down this year. And many of the Japanese bonds, I have not even discussed about Japan. Japan's bond in 45 days, it dropped to 44%. So it's crazy. Even if you see the Japan side, they are going crazy. And anything can happen in Japan as well. And then we are not even talking about any virus mutations, any other black swan events here. So, and European markets, European paper gold markets, we are not even talking about that, because that delivery is soon. and if one goes down, there will be a lot of systematic failure. And we have not even talked about the bank's failure when madras comes, because that can come anytime. And you have to remember that BTFP program is no more, and there are a lot of programs which are there which cannot be given if the banks crash. So many of these banks will be let go. And if there is a panic happens either in a gold market or whatever, there will be a bank crash, and people will might withdraw their currencies. And then if that happens, then the banks can also collapse. So guys, in this is a UPI era in India, just imagine, anything can happen. People will go in and scan in their markets or buy something, and quickly in your online Amazon you can buy. So everything can be a flash. Guys, currencies can easily be sold anytime with anything. You can buy anything. So that is why, anything can happen. Trump and Elon Musk, you don't take it like it's not their personal thing. That is a politician statement for us. It is a statement that will impact us, and you have to carefully watch those events very closely. So that's all I had today. Keep watching. We had so many members coming in and going. I'm glad that people joined, but whether it is 3 people, 10 people, 1,000 people, I don't care. I have to give the advice. I will be giving advice to the people. There are 3 beneficiaries. I am very happy. There are 10 beneficiaries. Very, very happy. So thank you so much for joining in, and stay tuned. We will definitely discuss major macro impacts. No one is talking on these lines. What we talk, whatever I talk today, whatever I spoke today, no one is talking on this line, and we are the first to talk on this line. So, and you will see that as you research people over 2 months, 3 months, they will be talking on these lines, and we are early. And when you are early, you have to benefit big. So go and benefit big. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining. Have a good evening. Have a good weekend.